Sam Elliott has long been one of the most recognizable figures in American film. With his deep, steady voice, tall frame, and legendary mustache, he became closely associated with the spirit of the American West. Over the decades, audiences have come to trust his presence on screen. Whether playing a rugged cowboy, a wise mentor, or a quiet observer of life, Elliott brought a calm authenticity that felt genuine and timeless. His style was never flashy or exaggerated. Instead, he relied on subtle emotion, thoughtful pauses, and a voice that seemed to carry years of experience. This quiet strength made him stand out in an industry often driven by spectacle. By the time he reached his 80s, Elliott had built a career defined by patience, dedication, and a deep respect for storytelling, becoming not just an actor but a symbol of classic American cinema. Growing up with big dreams, Elliott was born in 1944 in Sacramento, California, and spent much of his youth in the Pacific Northwest. From an early age, he was fascinated by movies and the idea of becoming an actor. Like many young dreamers, he imagined himself on the big screen, telling stories that could move people. However, pursuing that dream was not always easy. Elliott grew up in a time when acting was often seen as uncertain and risky compared to traditional careers. His family valued stability and practical choices, which sometimes made his ambitions difficult to explain. Still, Elliott remained drawn to the craft. He admired the classic actors of earlier generations and studied their performances carefully. Even as a young man, he had a sense that storytelling through film had a special power. That belief quietly guided him as he began the long journey toward a career in Hollywood. The influence of his father, one of the most meaningful influences in Elliott's early life, was his father. Their relationship was filled with both respect and complexity. His father hoped his son would follow a more predictable path, one that offered security and stability. Acting, on the other hand, seemed uncertain and unpredictable. While the two shared mutual affection, there were moments when they struggled to fully understand each other's perspectives. Those conversations, sometimes unspoken, stayed with Elliott for many years. When his father passed away, before witnessing the success his son would later achieve, Elliott carried a quiet sense of unfinished dialogue. Rather than letting that feeling weigh him down, he turned it into motivation. The desire to honor his family's values while still following his own path shaped his approach to both life and work. In many ways, that early relationship gave him the determination to persevere. The long road to Hollywood success. In Hollywood rarely happens overnight, and Elliott's journey was no exception. When he first arrived in the industry, he accepted small roles wherever he could find them. Some were brief appearances in television series, others were commercials or background parts. Each job provided experience, even if it did not bring immediate recognition. Those early years required patience and humility. Elliott learned how film sets operated, how directors communicated with actors, and how to bring authenticity to even the smallest role. The process was slow, but he remained committed to improving his craft. Many actors might have given up during those uncertain years, yet Elliott believed persistence would eventually open doors. By showing up prepared and professional every time, he built a reputation as someone reliable and dedicated. That steady reputation would later become one of his greatest strengths. More than a cowboy image. While the cowboy persona became closely linked with Elliott's public image, He never wanted to be limited to a single type of character. Throughout his career, he accepted roles in dramas, comedies, and television series that explored different sides of storytelling. These projects allowed him to show emotional depth and vulnerability beyond the rugged exterior audiences often expected. By stepping into varied roles, Elliott demonstrated that strength can coexist with sensitivity. His performances frequently carried quiet emotional layers that revealed the humanity beneath the tough exterior. This balance helped audiences connect with his characters on a deeper level. Even when playing figures shaped by hardship or responsibility, Elliott brought warmth and authenticity. The result was a body of work that felt honest rather than stereotypical, proving that an actor known for one image could still explore a wide range of human experiences. A career-defining performance. One of the most powerful moments in Elliott's later career came with his role in A Star is Born. In the film, he played the older brother and manager of a musician portrayed by Bradley Cooper. The performance was filled with subtle emotion, capturing the complicated bond between siblings who share both love and regret. Elliott's quiet delivery and expressive presence resonated deeply with audiences. The role earned him an Academy Award nomination, a recognition that many felt was long overdue. More importantly, it introduced his talent to a new generation of viewers. The film showed that after decades in the industry, Elliott still had the ability to surprise people with the depth of his performances. It was a reminder that experience and maturity can add richness to storytelling. A life shared with Catherine Ross. Beyond the film industry, Elliott's personal life has been anchored by a long and meaningful partnership with Catherine Ross. The two actors met while working in the film world and eventually married in 1984. Their relationship has often been described as grounded and supportive, something not always easy to maintain in Hollywood. Ross herself had already built a respected acting career, and the couple shared an understanding of the unique pressures that come with public life. Together, they built a home life centered on family and privacy rather than constant attention from the spotlight. Over the years, they occasionally worked together on screen, bringing a natural chemistry that reflected their real connection. Their partnership stands as one of the enduring relationships in the entertainment world, showing that stability and mutual respect can thrive even in an unpredictable industry. Witnessing a changing industry. Over more than 5 decades, Elliott has watched the entertainment industry evolve in remarkable ways. The era of classic Western films that shaped much of his early career gradually gave way to new storytelling styles and technologies. While change is inevitable, it can also feel nostalgic for someone whose identity is closely tied to those earlier traditions. Elliott has often spoken with appreciation for the craftsmanship of older films, where storytelling relied heavily on character and atmosphere. At the same time, he has remained open to modern projects and collaborations. By adapting while still honoring the past, he has continued to find meaningful roles. This balance between tradition and change reflects Elliott's broader outlook on life. Rather than resisting the future, he respects the legacy of the past while remaining curious about what new stories might emerge. Quiet strength behind the camera. One of the reasons Elliott's career has endured for so long is his reputation for professionalism and humility. Colleagues frequently describe him as thoughtful, prepared, and deeply respectful of the collaborative nature of filmmaking. On set, he listens carefully to directors and fellow actors, always focused on serving the story rather than drawing attention to himself. This quiet leadership has made him a valued presence in many productions. Younger actors often look to him as an example of how longevity in Hollywood can be achieved through dedication rather than ego. Elliott's calm demeanor also reflects a broader philosophy about life. He believes that meaningful work comes from patience and persistence. Instead of chasing trends or constant recognition, he is focused on doing each role as honestly as possible. That steady approach has earned admiration throughout the industry, a legacy of endurance. Today, Sam Elliott stands as a living symbol of endurance in the world of film. His career spans generations of audiences, from those who grew up watching westerns to younger viewers discovering his work in modern dramas. What makes Elliott remarkable is not only the length of his career, but also the consistency of his authenticity. He has remained true to his values and style while navigating an ever-changing industry. Each role he has played carries the sense of someone who understands life's complexities and quiet moments of reflection. As he continues to work and inspire others, Elliott reminds us that greatness is often built slowly over time. Through patience, dedication, and sincerity, he has created a legacy that goes far beyond the characters he portrays on screen.